कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Rama listened to the words of his father Dasharatha and his stepmother Kaikeyi and thought that this Upadesham given to him, Adesham given to him, has to be accepted wholeheartedly. We also saw how Rama lived the life of Gita. Though he may have preached Gita as Krishna in Dwapara Yugam, he lived the life as suggested in the Gita, for which we took one sample shloka. Labha labhau jaya jayau sukha dukkha same krutva. So the one who treats sukham and dukkham the same, the one who treats labham and nashtam the same, the one who treats jaya and parajaya as the same. So this concept of treating all emotions in one platter, which Krishna later suggests in Gita, is exemplified in Sri Ramavatara. Now, Rama goes to take the permission of his mother Kausalyā. Where is Kausalyā? I have told you this many times, that the Kula Dhanam, Kula Daivam, the family deity concept that we all have as Bharatiyas, has been existing for many millenniums. The Kula Dhanam or Kula Daivam of the kings in the Ikshvaku dynasty was Jagannatha, who is later called Ranganatha of Sri Rangam. So if you all happen to visit the southern state of Tamil Nadu, in that there is a city called Tiruchirappalli, erstwhile Trichy. And just in the outskirts of Trichy lies a little hamlet formed in the fresh waters of the flowing Kaveri river. It is called as Sri Rangam. Saptaprakara madhye sarasija mukulod bhasamane vimane Kaveri madhyadeshe mrudutara panirat bhogapariyanka bhage nidra mudra virama katinigatashirah parshvavinyasta hastam padma dhatri karabhyam parichita charanam rangarajam bhajeham. That Ranganatha, that Rangaraja, who is housed in the Saptaprakaram, 7 walls, fortress like walls. Who is he? Kaveri Virajaseyam. He lies in Sri Rangam, where the Kaveri is a replica of the Viraja river that flows in Vaikuntham. Kaveri Virajaseyam. Vaikuntham Rangamandiram. That Vaikuntha is Sri Rangam here. Savasudevo Rangeshaha. That Paravasudeva in Sri Vaikuntham is Ranganatha here. Pratyaksham Paramam Padam. What you see in front of your eyes is nothing but Bhuloka Vaikuntham or Paramapadam, states this particular shloka. With many examples in some of my previous episodes, I have explained how the kings of the Ikshvaku Kulam in Ayodhya have performed Aradhanam to this Lord who is now in Sri Rangam in the Uttar Pradesh Ayodhya erstwhile. So, Vasishtha's command was followed by Rama and Sita, and they too performed Aradhanam for Ranganatha, is what we have seen. Sapatnya Vishalakshyam Narayanam Upagamat. So this Jagannatha, this later Ranganatha, was housed in a beautiful temple in Ayodhya. When Rama wanted to seek the permission of his mother Kausalyā, Kausalyā was doing Aradhana in the temple. Kausalyā pitada devi ratrim sthitva samahita prabhate cha karot pujam Vishnoho putrahitaishini. She is the one who thinks good for her son. Putrahitaishini. Why? She is the Janani, mother. Kausalyā pitada devi. Kausalyā, the Pattamahishi of Dasharatha, ratrim sthitva samahita. She heard from various sources that something auspicious is going to happen. She was not given the exact details. The moment she knew something auspicious is going to happen, she thought it must happen good for her son, and she was doing Aradhana for Jagannatha there. Prabhate cha karot puja. She was doing puja. Now, Rama goes into the temple, sees his mother who is in the verge of completing that puja, that Aradhana, and then he pays obeisances to his mother and tells to Kausalyā Devi, Chaturdashahi varshani, for 14 years, mother, Vatsyami vijane vane, I have been ordained to live in the forest. Kandamula phalair jivan hitva munivada misham. My Swami, my Muni, my Guru, my Acharya, my father, Dasharatha has told me to go to the forest, live for 14 years. See, he is so diplomatic. He could have said, it is because of Kaikeyi that Kaikeyi told my father to ask these boons. Nothing. He just says, my father has asked me to do so. Living how? Kandamula phalair jivan. He has asked me to sustain my life based on the available vegetables, tubers and fruits in the forest. Kandamula phalair jivan hitva munivadamisham. Mata, we have to consider and act accordingly as per my father's wishes. He is your husband, my father, the king of this particular region. I will go to the forest. But do not worry that I may have to miss the coronation. It is said in the Shastras that if you go to the forest and make use of the kusha grass, that is also a throne. So, that mat which is made up of kusha grass, the darbha grass, is considered by the Shastrams as a throne as well. Remember this particular episode? Later, a few months later, when we visit Sundara Kandam, we will be taking this particular Shastra Vakyam while Sita talks to Ravana. Trinam antaratah kritva pratyuvacha shuchismita. This particular verse in Sundara Kandam has to be connected here. Gamishye dandakaranyam. Gamishye dandakaranyam. So I will walk into the forests of Dandaka, because Dandaka was one of the earlier ancestors of the Ikshvaku Kulam. Due to a lot of circumstances, as mentioned in Raghuvamsham and other Puranas, that was converted into a forest and he was banished into the forest. Since he stayed in the forest, it was called Dandaka's Aranyam, forest Dandakaranyam. So, Gamishe Dandakaranyam Kimanena Sanena Me Vishtarasan Yodhyohi Kalo Yamma Mupasthitaha Vishtarasan. So, it is said that you have to collect 21 blades of kusha darbha grass and make this mat. I will go adorn that throne, mother, he said. So, he mentions to Kausalyā about the command given by his father to go to the forest. He also gives her, along with the command that he conveys to Kausalyā, he also says how he has acted upon that situation. So he says, I am not upset, I am not frustrated, I am not dejected. For me, that is an opportunity to go to the forest, and assume the Kusha throne, is what he tells his mother. Now Kausalya starts crying. She says, she starts bursting into tears and she says, all these years, Rama, I have been treated much inferior to Kaikeyi. In fact, at times I feel that I am one of the maid servants living in Ayodhya. Your father has never accorded me respect. I was waiting for that opportunity where I can listen to at least the good news that my son is going to become the heir apparent. Parivarena Kaikeyaha samavapyathava. I was never treated at par with Kaikeyi. Probably I was treated at par with the maid servants in this region. I was hoping to see some happiness when you will become the heir apparent, eventually the king. Nadrishta purvam kalyanam sukham vapati paurushe adiputre vipashyeyam iti rama sthitam maya. I was just waiting when my son Rama will become the heir apparent. Like a yogini, you must have heard of yoginis, Rama. They are immersed in yoga, they are immersed in the fasts and the vratams as ordained in the scriptures. I have observed so many fasts and so many meditations. But all this life of being a yogini, observing so many vratas like the Chandrayana, Payovrata, all this I feel has gone in vain because what I see in front of my eyes is where my dear son has to languish in the forest because of my husband's decision. See, what is the use of observing so many pledges? So she says, Upavasaischa yogaischa bahubhyascha parikramaihi sukha samvardhito mogham tvam hi durgataya maya. Why did I observe all these vratams if they are not going to bear any fruit to me? See, when we listen to this lament of Kausalya, we can very much echo with her thoughts because this is the general thought which a normal human being like you and I have. We go to the temple, we do archana, we do abhishekam, we do aradhana in the house, we do all the important major festivals as ordained in Sanatana Dharma with so much of fervor. We follow the samskaras as mentioned in the Shastras. We do prayaschittams. But why are we suffering? Correct. So this is a question that you and I also have. So Kausalya's lament is not something extraordinary. She is trying to be a normal human being and telling that what is the use, Rama, when I have been treated so badly? I thought I can see a great future when you are there, but you have also been ordained to go to the forest. What can I do? Dukkha samvardhito mogham tvam hi durgataya maya. Then Kausalya continues. Rama, here I am just adding this particular line. Valmiki doesn't mention, but from the initial shlokas of Balakandam, we get to know that Rishyashringa is the son-in-law, thereby making Shanta their daughter. So she was given in adoption to Romapada. So for a very long time after giving her daughter away to Romapada, they didn't have children. So in the initial years it was okay, but later they started feeling the absence of a child. So she says, for a long time I was issueless, Rama. That is when I felt that having a child like you will surely add a lot of happiness in my life, will surely bring that glee in my life. So we performed the yagam and thereby by divine intervention we were blessed with you. Rama, but today when I see that you have been asked to go to the forest, I feel by being issueless I would have just had one problem, that I don't have a child. But today I have a bundle of problems with me. You will go to the forest. What will be Sita's state? How can I as a mother-in-law answer my daughter like daughter-in-law Sita? How can I even face her father Janaka Siradhvaja? What will be my state? As such, I have been treated at par with the maid servants, Rama. But what will happen to me? Added above all that, I can sense how much of agony my dear son will be facing in the forest. Eka eva hi vandhyayaha shoko bhavati manasaha aprajasmiti santapo nahyanya putra vidyate. Rama, every morning, what has been my routine? I would just come to the Antavpuram where you are. I will just be seated outside where the Rakshakas will come and tell, Mata, your son has woken up, he is coming out. When you come out of your Antavpuram and I see your moon-like countenance, Chandrakantananam Ramam Ativa Priyadarshanam, Tyagaraja, the Telugu poet says, Lavanya Ramara Larajudare Hati Lavanya Ramara Lavanya Ramara. That Rama who is filled with Lavanya, the gunam that talks about beauty. So Rama, where can I see that moon-like face? You are so handsome. When I look at your face, all my worries would disappear. Every day, Rama, religiously, I would wait to see that moon-like face, Rama. But where will I see it now? Apashyanti tava mukham paripurna shashi prabham. Paripurna shashi prabham. Purna shashi. Full moon. Kripana vartayishyami katham kripana jivika. Kripana one way means people who are very weak. I will become weak. The other meaning is there is a certain grass variety that grows in the Himalayan region. It is said those grass, that particular grass variety, is nurtured, nourished and grows with the moonlight. It won't grow with the sunlight. So it is called Kripana grass. So she tells, you have a moon-like face. Where will this Kripana be? So she is telling that I am like a Kripana. I will get nourished only when I look at your moon-like face. If there is no moon called Rama, where will this Kripana be? Kripana vartayishyami katham Kripana jivika. Rama, I have a solution to this problem. Rama asked, what, mother? I would like to come along with you to the forest. Tvad-viyoga name karyam jivitena sukhena cha tvaya sahamama shreyas trinanam api bhakshanam. I shall also consume the grass that you consume. What will Rama reply? Let's wait and see. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.